So when I was younger and earlier in my life, I had two different childhoods, right? But the first part of my childhood up until I was like 12 years old, like we had money and stuff, man, and everything came. That not everybody everything, but mostly you didn't want for nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then once I turned like 12, we ain't had nothing, right? And I remember we didn't get nothing for Christmas. But now I see people today. And then it was like, I mean, the something that we did get was what my mother could provide, which was a good meal and fellowship with family and stuff like that. And we may have gotten like some necessities, during that time period or whatever stuff. It wasn't like completely like blank, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a lot, right? But now I see a lot of poor people. I see this. And their kids get everything. And then you come around in January and February, you see people asking for money to help pay the light bill.
Yeah.
Why do people do that?
It's sad,
because they're stupid.
Yeah. I think Cole said something about it one time, like, the trying to get things they can't even afford, in the beginning, living beyond your means to fit this mold of what you should be doing. And again, I'm guilty of that as well. I recall when I first got my first quote unquote decent paying job where I was quote unquote doing it and making it. And from my standpoint, I got everybody on my mom's side that year something, a decent gift. It wasn't just like a necktie for uncles. I was getting tablets and, like nice coats and stuff like that because I felt like I quote unquote made it. But never have I ever put myself in a bind to where let me just put all this on the credit card and just go beyond my means. I just felt like I had it. I put it to the side and I budgeted for it. But I do see a lot of people that's just, like you saying, like already living, below the poverty line in a sense. But then, like you said, their kids have everything at Christmas because they want to give off that image that they have it when they typically don't. And I think everybody should budget accordingly.